Kiryu-chan.
Kiryu-chan!
Why
Oh,
you guys
thanks,
being
Anya.
really weird?
You never played
Holy shit,
Yakuza?
that's rad.
No, I never played Yakuza.
You might like it.
I own it, I think, but I
I
still
don't
haven't played it.
I don't like the combat style.
Like it.
I was playing Gartic Phone earlier in the week with some other people.
Mhm.
And one of them is like, I hate it when you play Gartic Phone with someone who's like a good artist, it just makes you feel like, And then like my first drawing comes up and they're like, wow, you're such a good artist. And I'm like,
Yeah, but at least with
take the
Gartic, it's
compliment.
not like competitive. So if you get one person who can draw, then they're not always going to be like, yeah, they just win.
Except when Anya forgets to draw Pikachu.
Yeah.
just like not even there. Poof, gone.
I was like, oh my god, I didn't draw the most important part.
So how long is this game in total?
Uh,
There it is. There's the door
Alice.
9.
no.
Ooh.
It's
I found it.
it's kind of long because you're meant to do multiple runs. It's like a multiple run game.
Okay.
Because it's all, well, I can't say more than that without giving spoilers, so.
All right. Well,
How
let's
long
see,
is
I
it?
guess.
Alright, I saw Shunpoki play this.
19.
Main story 10 hours. Main plus extras 17 and a half. Completion is 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not too
And
bad.
because we play at the speed of smell at 40 hours.
Speed of smell.
Speed of
Oh,
smell.
wait, I
Speed of
need
smell.
to change the thing to 999.
19.
Clone 999.
Here we go.
191919.
Outrun a smell.
Yeah, change it to running at the speed of smell.
Running around at the speed. Hey.
Got places to go.
Robot said 1919.
Here we go. I did it.
Heck yeah! Congratulations, Anya.
Keep moving on.
Okay, so this is. I
Big
guess.
Squish said 69.
What?
69.
Hey, Anya.
Ah, there's a lot
I'm
of those.
hearing the 69.
Oh, it didn't play for me. I guess 'cause I wasn't in Got a Mic.
thing. Yeah, no, I
there you
wasn't.
Oh my
My bad.
gosh.
Because I'm focused on the stream now.
But yeah,
Yeah,
this game, I guess the closest I could relate it to other popular VNs would be like Danganronpa, Ace Attorney, that sort of thing. But it's a
Danganronpa.
little
Imagine
different.
Andromeda 6, but there's
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah.
We're playing
Imagine
Andromeda 6 right now.
Andromeda
That's what it is.
9.
Imagine
Oh,
Andromeda
no.
6, but there's no romance, it's not sci-fi, there's murder.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I guess it's a
sci-fi.
little
Danganronpa.
sci-fi.
It's sci-fi.
Kind of
It's
sci-fi.
very, very sci-fi.
It's like low sci-fi.
The sequels are
Is that a
super sci-fi. The sequels.
Angel said Andromeda 69.
Heck yeah. Okay.
Data.
Archon
We need
Sack
to
said
get
my
data
ROFL
back.
copter goes swa 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 swa
What the
swa
fuck?
swa 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 swa
What is
swa 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 swa
Where'd
swa
data
swa
go?
swa swa swa
Yeah.
swa swa swa
Anya, get
swa
data
swa
back.
swa swa swa
I'm-
swa 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 swa
I'm
swa
lost.
swa.
I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ.
This game is
What's up
fiction,
with
guys.
data?
All names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious.
Yeah. Not based on a
I
true
can't wait.
story.
Saying this shit if it's not even real.
Right?
Yeah, that
Boot
what's
up a
the point?
documentary. Some loser sitting in a room telling lies for clout.
Telling
That's all
lies.
Twitter.com.
Telling lies.
Yep.
Doesn't Zach
No,
do that
Papa.
every day?
Yes.
What?
High five, Doodle.
I missed that boat.
Yeah.
Nice
That-
boat.
Remember when that boat was there?
Do
Bodie
you remember?
McBoatface.
A loud noise
Junpei?
started Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. Yeah, his name's
Is that where
Junpei.
this is from? Junpei, or is that Persona?
That's Persona.
Yeah, that's
3.
Persona 3 is
Oh,
Junpei.
is it the same person?
No,
Dempsey?
it's not.
Maybe it is.
Oh,
An
look.
alternate timeline. Why is it so small?
Remember?
Um,
Now this is stuck in my head.
because I had the main,
It's not September. You're not
like
allowed
the
to sing
biggest
it.
one, but now it seems like I should probably have both of them pretty big.
Okay.
I'm just
That's what she said.
What?
hold on.
No.
What she said,
That's what
Yeah.
she said, bro.
All right.
bruh.
What's the problem?
What's the problem, bro?
You're the
What's
problem.
What's the problem?
Are we gonna have an issue? Are we gonna have a disturbance here? Do you need to vacate the premises? Do we need to call
Angel
security
said
to escort you
Joker.
out?
Archon Sack said what's the problem angle?
Problem.
Anya's fixing the stream layout.
Yep,
Heck yeah. Are you gonna bring Dedu back?
I wish.
DD Mega Dadu.
Hey.
Emery01 said
This is like the best I can do. I'm sorry. With the two
That's
screen
okay.
thing, it's kind of like hard to have it properly set up. So, a loud noise startled Junpei awake and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings.
Dun dun dun.
Ow!
You've only got one screen on
Archon
stream.
Sack said haha funny meme Anya Kurisu said chat smells
Oh, there
bad.
it is.
Yeah,
it
they're both
disappeared.
there. They're both there.
Oh, I only see one on the Discord stream. I don't know if on the Twitch stream it's different.
See, the thumb disky.
On the Twitch stream, I have two screens.
Oh, never mind. I see it. It's like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, they're stacked on top of
That's
each
what
other.
it is.
'Cause
Okay,
it's
I
like
see it
the,
now.
it's a Nintendo DS game, so there's
Right,
the dual
okay.
screen.
A Nintendo dual scron gone.
Yeah, Sony DS.
Yeah.
I
With
can't
the-
believe we're playing a visual novel.
Yeah, I know, right? Ow.
Gotta change
With
the name of the
crack-
screen.
With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance
Junpei had
lost.
died. Game over.
Yeah, game over, Danksy. And his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor. Ow! God damn it!
That's how I imagine when Ani wakes up at 2 p.m.
Yeah, what the
What
hell?
happens?
Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up.
In his butt.
He's on a boat.
The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his
Is it
mind.
going fast?
And finally he understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed.
There was only one bed.
A 3-level
What?
bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had
You were
fallen.
sleeping in a bed?
I know, right? Apparently from the topmost bunk.
How could you sleep in a bed?
His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. He could feel
Oh,
a
my
bump
knees.
forming on. Yeah, he's Gerald of Glass Knees Riviera.
Riviera. Yeah.
Yeah. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake, he wondered? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally
Ew, he's a
took his
ginger.
first... his first good look around the room. And muttered to himself, "Where am I?" His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings.
Oh no, his bearings. Where'd they go?
Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things the sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good.
Could be a big mouse.
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door in red paint, someone had written 5. 5?
The cool S.
What's this 5 mean? What's this Superman S mean? Suspicious, and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle.
Blood paint.
A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. A few
You
more
gotta pull the
tries
handle
cemented the
down.
truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that the odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door.
Oh
Hey!
no. He's gonna break his fucking hand.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Open the door! Mr. Obama!
Oh yeah.
There was no response. Junpei threw his left
Oh,
fist into the door
no.
and stopped. What the hell is
A fist
this?
back.
He wasn't really sure what else
The
to
locked
say.
door.
On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display. It looked nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. After all, it showed
5
only a
o'clock.
single number. 5. That's the same as the door. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but the other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps he pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he gonna do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However, damn. It's no good. Damn, this thing won't come off. A steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off anytime in the near future. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? Why? What the hell happened to me?
I forgot how freaking dramatic the dialogue in Spec Chinsoft games are.
Yeah.
Same thing in Danganronpa.
I mean, wouldn't you also freak out if you woke up in a
I know,
random
but
place?
it's just like there's just so many words.
Right, but I wouldn't monologue to the air.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens in Danganronpa, but it's actually kind of annoying after a while.
It was
I would certainly be freaking out, but I wouldn't be like talking to the air like, what does it all mean?
Yeah.
It was at that moment that he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship. What? Wait, am I in a ship? Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could
Yes,
see...
Junpei, you are in a ship.
You could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see
Impenetrable
something,
thighs.
anything. Heck yeah, it was at that
Throbbing,
moment.
sweaty darkness.
What the? You gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on here? Womp womp.
Game over.
A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment, Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and the water began to pour into the room. What the hell? God damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door. Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something! There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room.
Turn on the stove and boil all the water away.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent suggestion.
Or water bend it away.
Drink it.
So, have you played Zero Escape before, Anya?
I played
That
it
you
a
can't
long
let the
time
character
ago.
Die and be done with the game.
Okay, so in case you've forgotten, I know this is a little spoiler, but here's what you have to do, right?
What?
You
Wait,
have to
what?
find the shoe.
Damn it.
Amazing.
No way!
Are we ready for this, guys? Now we gotta do some puzzle solving. Some escape the room puzzles.
Oh, I like these kinds of things. Let's see.
You said there was zero escape necessary?
Right?
Operations during an escape. During an
Doesn't help
escape,
that the
you
screen
can
is so
move.
tiny.
Yeah. During an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Searching during an escape. During an escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might be able to find an item or a hint.
Not the touch.
Begin searching.
You got the power!
Heck yeah. Begin searching by touching places on the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to different locations. You can do the same thing by pressing the left, right, and down on the control pad. Bird's eye view. If you want to know where you are, touch the X on the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Pressing start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start. Purpose of the escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. How? Wow. Thanks. Really? How you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may also help you find a way out. Thanks, guys.
Wait, no, I don't get that. I don't get the bit in the middle. Can we do it all again?
Yeah, I don't understand. That went way too fast for them.
Yeah, what do you mean by escape?
Yeah, like...
Also, is that a billiards table?
Water just keeps pouring through the window.
I hope so.
It's like slime.
It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something
Like a
into the
slime
window
fall.
is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out.
Shove your butt through the window to plug the leak.
Broken glass there, you madman.
About items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Touching L item on the top left will take you to the item screen. While on the item screen, you will be able to investigate, hold, and combine items that you've found. If you want to investigate an item you found, touch the icon for that item in the item screen. And then touch search in the top right corner of the bottom screen. Yeah, whee! Note from the bulletin board.
Look at that paper. So papery.
The notes got that in red and that in blue. And they're kind of like the reverse of each other. Okay. Investigate with an item. Touching an item while on the item screen will select that item. Blah 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 blah. Yes. 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 Different items to see if anything happens. Pressing up on the control pad will select another item for you to hold. So what's this? Let's see, a picture frame. An old picture frame.
Sure is.
There's a picture of a ship in it. There's screws. Oh my god, screws keeping the back on. Why did I say it like that?
Scrolls. You know.
Scrolls?
Champion.
Or champion, man.
A scroll here.
There's a towel next to the sink.
Oh, use it to soak up the water.
I couldn't pick it up. So that was definitely not an option. Well, it looks like we've got a light here and electricity.
No
Unscrew
way.
the light bulb to expose the wiring for a quicker way out of existence.
No dice. It's Loctite. Let's see if there's
So
anything
that's-
in the keyhole. So we got this. Not only that, we need a combination too.
Let's just make a cup of tea while we're here.
Yeah. This is a door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not the stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red. We got a screwdriver! So then we hit that. And we combine it with that. Hello?
Question mark?
Yeah, there we go. And here's the picture. We got the picture now. Oh, snap! Look at that! Oh my
What
gosh.
does that mean?
Okay,
We'll never
so
know.
Oh no.
we got
Anya has to contend with 3D space.
I know. So we got that, and then we got this. So, and since this is the direction of it, this is probably the combination. So filled in, facing up, 7. So we got 7, not filled
Now
in,
go back
facing
there.
down, 4. So 7, 4.
7, 4, 5, 3.
7453. Heck yeah. Somebody put that down. 7453.
7493.
5,
Was it
3.
9?
Yeah, 7
7493.
7, 4, 5, 3.
No, guys.
7943.
Guys.
8675309.
Oh, we got the key.
125,600 minutes.
100 minutes.
I had to sing that song so many times when I was in choir. It's insane.
And I would
Seasons
walk
of
500 miles.
Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Huh, well, looks like there is. The key. A key?
Making,
Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd.
who's making key tea?
Okay, so then let's go back. Let's go over here. Let's go here. We take the key. We put it in there. And nothing. Yes, we know. During escape, your investigation may trigger one of several mini games. Yep. Yep. This game thinks
That's how
we're
a
dumb.
DS works.
This game thinks we're done. Oh my gosh. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. Yes. So what was it again?
7945.
That was definitely not it.
It was not. 7,
7453.
7453.
7453? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
You-
No,
Do
I'm
you
not
doubt
doing
it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, that was not it.
Get fricked.
It was 7543, I think. No? Bless you. No! I think it's gonna open if I whack it on the wall a couple times. Might make me feel better. Not gonna help though. Alright, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around for some more clues. We already know what we
That's
need.
the whacking it would make you feel better.
It's this. So it's this. So red up. Oh my gosh. Red up. So it's 7.
7153. 7153.
No. It is
7153.
7-4.
7 4.
Not 7153. 7453. That's what I said.
So
75. No, that's
7453.
No,
7.
that's 6. That's 6.
7463. 5. Hey.
Yeah, so it's 7463.
When are they making a larger Nintendo dual screen? Like, this one's just the regular one. If only they made it larger, or maybe even one step up from that.
Oh my
Some
gosh.
kind of extraordinarily large.
Okay,
What, like huge? Like a huge Nintendo DS?
What?
7563? No, that wasn't it.
No, 5 was a hollow square.
Yeah.
What? Hmm. Now I'm confused. Maybe the red and blue stuff actually does mean something.
Or
We can try reversing it. Go 3, 6, 4, 7. 3. Oh, wait. This doesn't go up to 6. Only some of these go up high enough.
should we look at the paper again?
I think we have to. Okay,
You've
so-
already drowned.
Yeah, we're already dead.
So UL BR BLUR. Right, upper left, bottom left, bottom. Right. Okay. So is 7, bottom left is 6, bottom right is 4, 7 4. But we tried 7 4 6 3.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Just knock on the door and tell them the game's broken.
Can you go back to the? And that is pointing right.
Yeah, so this is definitely the order that it's supposed to go in. But now I'm wondering...
It doesn't say anything to do with it being red or blue.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there another briefcase? Because this briefcase is
I
good.
have one little hunch.
What?
Right, because then if you do that, boom. Flip it right. And then that would be... Okay, can you flip it one more time?
Are we playing Bop It again?
Yeah, bop it, twist it.
That'd be 1, 8, 2, 9. It could be 1829, maybe?
Why?
Or 8192?
Why?
If it's upside down.
Goodbye.
Oh, like if we do it like this? Oh, you're right. Like, if it's reversed like this, so we got the red pointing that way. Blue pointing... If we do it like that, then this one is pointing that way.
9.
So it would be 9...
9281.
9281. Yeah, we can try that.
All right, because the middle ones are, yeah.
I see a flaw in this setup then for whoever made it.
So that does...
No.
No, that's not it.
Well, let's try it the other way. So 1829.
But that one doesn't go above 5.
Oh, that's true.
I don't
So
think
it
you
can't do
found
that.
all the objects.
Yeah.
So there's some,
Yeah,
there's some clue we don't have.
Yeah.
Now just do every number from 0 to 9999.
The key is blue, the briefcase is blue, but half of the hint is red.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't see any other... There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table. The water's already up to the chair. Oh, snap. Got the red key.
Red key.
Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. What's up with my face? His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past
Welcome to the
midnight
family, son.
when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment, a small one-bedroom affair, and that ran him about $630 a month.
Oh, that's a steal.
Heck yeah. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life, as if waking from a deep slumber. Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and
The
t-shirt
window
he'd
conspicuously
worn.
open.
Yeah, and tossed onto the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the
Can't believe
wind.
zero capes that I
Huh.
smell.
That's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window.
Junpei, no.
Then it happened. Junpei turned and found himself face to face. Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Junpei tried to
said bulky ass mask.
Heck yeah. Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. Ugh.
Ribbit.
He tried to step toward the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object shaped distressingly like a grenade sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. You are going to participate in this game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him.
Anime bullshit.
Yeah, the masked man faded from his vision and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist. That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. As to who the man was, or might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that his assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen. Junpei remembered that much, but what it might mean, that was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was here. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary game.
I want to play a game.
I want to play a game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. The Nonary game, huh? What the hell is a Nonary game? God damn it. With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror.
Wow, Junpei, anger issues?
Yep. Okay, so we now have both a red and a blue key, but there seems to only be one suitcase. Wait. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't want to start this again. Stop telling me the same thing 5 million times.
Hey, do you know how briefcases work?
Oh my god.
Do you know how the Nintendo DS works?
Yeah.
Do you know how keys work? Do you know how eyes work?
Oh my gosh. So, we now have 2 keys. And we have this, which shows both red and blue. What could this mean?
What could it all mean?
Do any of y'all have any ideas?
Well,
Not
there's gotta be a red briefcase.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but when we looked around, we didn't bump into any. Well, I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it, huh? Damn, nothing here.
Is there anything in the bed?
Just me.
I can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. Gotta hurry this up. Okay. Isn't there anything else I can use? There's a pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top.
Maybe there's something under the pillow?
Is
If
there
they call
something else in
attention
the
to that.
closet?
I can see is oh, that wasn't a closet, that was a mirror.
Oh, I thought there was a.
Oh frick. I didn't mean to do that.
Just a closet to a parallel dimension.
The frick.
Mm.
Nah. It doesn't let me look. Oh wait, here. Oh, there it is.
It was in the closet.
Yeah, there's a lock on
Just
this one
like me.
too.
In
So
middle school.
we put that there. I guess I can move the dial now, so it looks like I'm gonna have to put the right numbers. Let's give it a shot. Oh my gosh!
Do
Stop
you need help
telling
with
us. Yeah. I don't. I wonder. I wonder if we need to like add the two numbers or like reverse the ones that were on the other one.
There's probably another note. I bet there's another note that's half red, half blue, and you gotta combine them.
Maybe. But we haven't
try
really
the-
found anything else.
Just try the numbers in the red one and see if any of those work.
Some hangers on the pole. Oh, you're right. What was the combination again that we first thought of?
8478953421111348.
Oh my gosh.
348.
Okay, so we have
7463.
7463. Let's try it and see what happens.
Yes, we know. Thank you, game.
It wants to hold your hand so bad.
That's disgusting.
Oh wait, this doesn't.
I wanna hold your hand.
Yeah, but you need 4.
7-4.
Oh, and then it's 6-3. Okay. No.
What about 7474
No.
or 7400 or 01? I guess.
Not possible.
Not possible.
Well, try that. Okay, I don't know them. Those are my ideas. We need to find the other note clearly.
Unless it was the upside down version, which I can't remember.
No.
You're saying like
No.
this, and then you reverse it, so it's like that.
Yeah.
Unless there's something on the back.
8392.
No, there's nothing on the back.
Yeah.
8392. 8392.
So it's pointing this way.
And what's the other item we have?
Just this, which has the
the
code
code.
on it.
And a picture.
8-1. Try. I mean, you could try 8192 in the red one and see if it works.
No, it doesn't go that high.
Yeah.
The first one.
This is the only drain in this room. There's nothing on it. There's nothing on top of the shelf. There's a table, water is pouring onto it like a little waterfall. I don't see anything useful there.
That's a table. Haha.
There's a ladder
Have you
that
clicked
goes...
on the pillows?
Yeah. Yeah, right, like that's gonna work. It just clicks on the bed each time. Oh, snap!
Oh, my God.
Samaj is 500% more smart than I am. And
It
that's
just
a fact.
doesn't want to let you look at it unless you click the exact pixel.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I clicked there and it didn't let me
It's-
do it.
It's an adventure game at heart. You gotta pixel hunt.
Okay, so we now have the full thing.
Can you
so
just-
we have
can you just combine them?
that.
So it was
So we have
that one was 7463, right?
No, the original one.
No.
This is the original one. The
The original one is
last two-
7463.
So we have 6-3. What are these two? We got 0 and up facing. So 2. So
2.
0, 2, 6,
I'm using
3.
chat as a note.
263.
0, 2, 6, 3, 0.
Can we see it one- can I see it one more
6,
time?
3. Wait.
The 0263 one.
No, it's together. So you have like this one, right? So you go 0, 2, then you go to this one, 6, 3.
Ah,
So now
Yeah.
we're going to the blue suitcase, opening it up
dash.
with 0. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Stop it!
We've already done it like 4 times, game. Jeez.
Stop it!
We
0,
haven't done it
2.
right, though. Clearly we need help. Oh, no.
There we go.
It's clearly the reason we
What?
haven't.
Okay, no, we did it.
Hey!
All right, let's see if these numbers work. Hey, look, it's working. Yes. All right, let's open it up. Okay, yes, it's opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information on them will be available from the file screen. To open the file screen, touch file on the top right of the bottom screen. Once at the file screen, select files by touching them or by pressing them. Let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with
Oh
something
god, Wolf,
greater,
you do that.
yeah, if you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. That final digit is your digital root.
I'm sure that's a digital root, but...
Is digit a real word anymore?
That is 3.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Therefore, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 is 3.
Oh my god, we get it!
The digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4.
1!
Yeah! Wolf is the best.
Our good math boy.
Can
Heck
we
yeah.
turn it off now? It's annoying me with this tutorial.
Look, there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards, huh? Ooh, stack of blue key cards.
You can only read one.
Yeah, like, why can't I read the other ones? Hello? Why are they all stuck
what's-
together? Search.
What's search do? Yeah.
There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8.
Oh, for Christ's
Does
sake.
that mean something?
So this game shipped with a calculator that you plugged into the GBA expansion slot.
Heck yeah. New material has been added to the screen. Calculator. Oh my gosh, thank you for telling us what a calculator is, game. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm surprised the game assumes you know how to read.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me what a calculator is, please?
It calculates.
Okay.
What is that word?
It lates your cows.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this one is
Halloween
the red
cows.
one. So it's
7-4.
7-4, and then 7-4 up like that.
7, 4, 8,
5,
5.
6.
Yeah, 7-4, 8, 5. 7-4, 8, 5. 7-4, 8, 5. 7-4, 8, 5.
Well, that's 8?
7-4,
Yeah.
8, 5. Don't tell us again. No!
We already did it once.
Is there an option to...
8, 5, 7,
It's a DS
7,
game. There's no
7,
options
3,
menu.
8, 3.
4,
7, 3, 8, 3.
8, 5.
8, 3.
You can't do this to me. Yes.
Huh?
Oh no, I
You ready
accidentally
for it?
clicked off the screen.
Oh my god, I thought it crashed. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, I unlocked it. It's
I'm gonna have to do all
opening.
this again.
We got more cards. Let's see, search it. These
it's
look like
better
key
off.
cards.
That's gonna be
The
1
number
and
on
0.
each. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
So we got the 3 and 1, right?
Yep.
Three-
And what do they add up to?
4.
4? Wait, what?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 should add up to 6.
No, wait, you get 3 and 1 from both of these, and then you add 3 plus 1, and you get 4. Also, hi Podwater, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Oh,
I have no idea if it means anything, but
Wait, what?
no combining.
I guess not.
Wait, what are
Wait.
3 and 1 on the symbol chart?
3 and 1 on the symbol chart. So we got the up that's facing there. Oh, it's like
Right,
one whole
down
empty
left.
square. One whole empty square, unless you're facing it the
So
other
1 and-
way. which
So you're
is-
saying 1 and 3 is 5, not 4?
Oh my gosh, I'm leaving. Heck yeah. It's been so long since I played, I don't remember any of the puzzles anymore.
I'm not sure where the 1 comes from.
Doing the digital root thing that we were talking about.
Right, and the digital root of 1, 2, 3 is 6.
1, 2, 3,
No,
4.
you would add them and then you add
Oh,
them
there's a
again.
4. There's a 4,
Yeah, wait,
right.
was there a 4 in there, or was it just 1, 2, 3?
No, it's 1, 2, 3. You add them and then you get the digital root after you add them again a second time.
No, you
What?
get a digital root when you only have a single digit number.
Yeah. So wait, 1, 2, 3. So
So if it starts as a digit, so if the first addition of 1, 2, 3 is 6, you've got
Yeah.
a single digit number. You're
okay.
done.
So yeah.
So
it is
unless
6.
there's a 4 in there to make it 10,
Was it 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4?
This is where I'm supposed to use
It was
that.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Let's side
yeah.
this card and see if it works. And
Wait, which card?
Kiss.
I don't know which card. Huh?
This
It's
card.
not working? Why? Damn it. No, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used.
Eh?
What?
What?
Damn it. Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course, the files. The file said something about a digital root. A digital root, the digital root, huh?
Oh.
What am I
You
supposed
actually
to
have
do
to
with...
use a calculator, don't you?
There's a 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5? Not really sure
or
about
just use your
this.
bracelet.
Oh,
Whatever.
geez, I wonder what the solution to
worth-
the puzzle is.
Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the
What?
reader.
Why can you not just do that yourself without needing to?
Well, because we play as Junpei, he has to figure it out first before we can do that.
He's a
kind
bloody
of stuff.
idiot.
He is an idiot.
It was the sort of like, it didn't just let us go to the puzzle, it had to be like, bleh, first. It's like, just let us go to the puzzle. We know what we have to do.
Okay, so we gotta get a digital root of 5.
178.
178?
No, I'm stupid. No,
No,
shut up.
no,
I'm stupid.
178's
Leave
not
me alone.
right.
Stop it, I'm stupid. Stop, I'm stupid.
It's okay, Wolf.
It's
No!
okay.
1 sick day, right?
2 fucking...
671.
Yeah,
671?
167. That's the one. I'm stupid.
Yeah, 167.
Yeah! We did it! Woo! Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go. That's a new noise, huh?
This shit at
Did
all.
you just unlock?
That's a new noise. It sounded like a gun cocking.
Light was red and now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go!
Okay, get the door open with all that water pressure.
We're leaving!
Well, the water pressure is on our side, so it would. The
Ah.
problem would be getting it closed again once you're through.
You found
It depends if it opens in or out.
Now we've got
True, if it opens in, you
a
would have
room
trouble.
flooding to the entire ship flooding.
But fire safety would imply that it should open out.
Yeah. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of a short flight of stairs. Just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of this short staircase... a door! Another door! Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door. Also, let's actually save first, just in case. Since we just did all that.
The deck?
The deck.
GD Mega Deck.
The door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw? What the hell? His voice trailed off and all he could do was stare.
Oh my god, more stairs.
A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s. Junpei couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship?
Why are we Titanic?
That's... Have you never seen a movie with a ship in it?
The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggests that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a boat. Wait, what the hell?
A bow.
A wave? Shit, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get in there. Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him.
And he slipped and fell,
Yeah, and died.
cracking his head on the stair and died.
B-deck. As he ran,
Or
he
rising
glanced-
through the decks.
Yep.
Bad ending. You didn't find the waterproof shoes in the single pixel corner.
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship. He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead, Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more. All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the
Someone
next
kick
step.
That girl some clothes.
Yeah. In the middle
Please,
of a
she's
stride.
freezing.
Who
That
were
just
these
means-
people?
The water's not going to weigh her down so much.
This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei and time began to move again. I guess there's another... Oh, wait. Does anyone want to be this girl? This lady?
No, I'd rather have clothes.
Can I have some breast milk? I mean breast milk. I mean breast milk. I mean breast milk.
Amazing. Incredible.
Oh my god. That was good, Samaj.
You're not typing what I think you're typing, are you? Into text-to-speech.
No. I was just saying
Oh.
bye to Angel because I didn't have a chance earlier.
Harry, you're not typing what I think you're typing.
No.
I guess I'll be this lady then. I guess there's another one of us now. The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little,
Dress?
and her prodigious jewelry
Yeah,
a
that's
little more.
Generous.
Hey you, come on, hurry.
Hey, you're finally awake.
With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei towards the doors behind him. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others
man.
wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering.
One of us, huh? Wait.
Elvis?
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good.
Why is Lion
There are
brown?
2 doors, but neither of them will open.
The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry.
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
It's the artist formerly known as Prince.
Heck
That's 9 of us then.
Oh.
All of the cards are in hand.
What does all of the cards are in hand mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth to
I think
ask what
this
the other
guy's the
man
killer.
had meant. But the girl with pink hair rushed past him and they were gone. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one said nothing and scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
Who's got mountain?
The man has no voice.
He's just silent. Every time he appears on screen, we just say nothing. We just let it go.
He uses sign language.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah, that's the new lore. Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei could have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Whoa! Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward. There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right had a 4, and the door on the left had a 5. This is Elvis Man.
Oh, right. They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
Bruh, the room I woke up in had a number on the door. Just like that.
If Angel left just as Silver turned up.
Yeah, Danksy.
Hey.
It's no use.
It's no use! Can't believe we have human Silver the Hedgehog here. With an arched eyebrow, the Lion looked over at Silver.
Oh wait, actually,
It's the same.
I gave Silver the wrong voice, now that I think about it.
A number
on the door. That's still me. I opened it, ran down the hallway inside, and found myself in a rather grand room. Full of stairs, and I suspected the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened and they all began to talk at once. Me too. I did it too. Yeah, a door with a number on it. It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
The floodgates did open. Did you forget the flood?
Yeah. Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. You think I don't know that, lady?
She's like, are you okay? Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running. He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5
He just got distracted by the dancer.
Yeah. However...
Fuck! It's not opening! This damn thing won't even budge! Sound of hands moving.
Yeah.
The sound of silence, if you will.
The mountain grabbed
Furious
Silver's...
tiny.
Heck yeah. Grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once, twice, three times
a lady.
4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again. Junpei turned toward door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box. It looked just like the one that he'd seen in his room next to that door.
It looks nothing like it.
If it was the same, then this door was likely locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it.
Just hold your watch up to the scanner.
God. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected. Damn it. Junpei punched the door. It did not respond.
Was I expecting it to say ow?
Were these the only doors, he wondered? He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way up sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs next to an ornate clock embedded on the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei.
The girl?
He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. Ah! The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her, or so he thought.
And they died.
Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. He was flat on his back,
No,
and she had
it-
landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last the girl opened her mouth. Oh
my god.
Wait, no, you go. You go, Samaj.
Wait, no, I
Is
go
that
on.
you? Oh, you don't.
Oh my gosh, is that you, Jumpy?
No.
Jumpy. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned. Akane?
She looks nothing like Akane.
She
doesn't have a giant.
You've had the same face for 15 years.
Yeah. Why hadn't he
she doesn't have a
realized it
giant
before?
hunk of meat to eat.
Actually, it's pronounced Akane. I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I knew how to pronounce it, but like my
I didn't want to
mouth
be that
didn't do it.
person.
Like my mouth just didn't
I'm
do
pretty
it.
sure it's Akane.
The girl was Akane Kurashiki. That's how it,
Kanye.
Akane Kurashiki.
Oh no!
She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, a speaker crackled to life and a cold, eerie voice filled the room.
Welcome aboard.
No, good thing.
I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this vessel.
With the voice's invasion, the spell between Junpei and Akane was broken, and all hints of virgin romance instantly forgotten. They hurriedly
Thank God.
tangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Their 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last, they found it. A speaker set into the ceiling.
I am Zero, the captain of this ship, and also the person who invited you here.
The voice
Sarah,
was
you wanna,
harsh. What?
You wanna stop eating and announcing?
The voice is
It's
harsh,
rude.
obscured occasionally by the
Or just
crackle of
murder this
static.
delicious sandwich.
There's just crumbs flying out the speaker.
Yeah, but Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it? It was the same voice he had heard from the man in the gas mask.
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here! I wanna get a look at you.
What do you mean to do to us?
I need to have you participate in a game. Some of you, I know, are familiar with this game, the Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
Nonary game.
We
The
don't
voice
give a shit.
continued. Implacable.
The rule of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. There are simple rules. Read them.
Doodle. Nonary game.
Oh, now she covers up. Hey, there's something in my pocket. Ho, 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 check this out.
Santa?
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper.
Is that a small slip of paper, or are you just pleased to see me?
Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal. Hey, I got one
Lightly.
too!
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. I got you. Would you mind terribly speaking to it? Reading it to a young man?
Why
Oh no, Grandpa doesn't have his glasses.
His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked. On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Bracelet, Junpei figured, had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave the ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Junpei had reached the end of the letter. There was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more. There is one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, the ship has begun to sink. I forgot to put on my glasses. On April 14, 1912,
Real voice?
the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time, 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape.
Yay.
So, do you see now? It's 999, where we have 9 hours, 9 people, and 9 doors.
Not 9 doors, it's just a door with a 9 on it. Isn't
Yeah.
The game's 10 hours long, so I think we're screwed.
The voice finished and the speaker went silent. The sound of a bell tolling echoed through the hall.
Doom, 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 doom.
It came from the dance hall adjacent to the stairwell. It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10 never came. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Most likely 9 o'clock in the evening. When Junpei had peered out the window of his cell, he'd seen nothing but blackness. It had to be nighttime. If that was the case, then they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day.
Now it's his turn. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck. Goodbye!
Goodbye.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Silver...
So you had a...
What?
Weather? Oh no, I just had an idea for a voice for the speaker, but it would have just literally been Jigsaw.
Heck yeah. Silver yelled at
Especially when he said he wanted to play a game.
Do you want to play a game?
Hello.
Heck yeah.
What's your child?
Silver yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought. I mean, you can be the speaker next time, Wolf.
Yeah.
Junpei too.
Speaker of the house.
Heck yeah. Was consumed by his thoughts. There was a great deal he didn't understand. Who was Zero?
I know. Look how many tutorials you have to go through.
Yeah. What was the nonary game? Why had he chosen to make them part of it? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims, or did he have some other purpose? And why had Junpei been chosen as part of this insane game?
What is a briefcase? What is water?
Yeah. Why had any of them been chosen?
What's the Titanic?
But one question was foremost on his mind. Akane. They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? Coincidence? No, that seemed impossible. There had to be a reason. He didn't know what it might be, but there had to be a reason.
It literally could be coincidence.
Very well.
The
It's
lion's
highly
voice seemed...
likely to be a coincidence.
We'll see. The lion's
Possible,
voice
then.
seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Sorry. Very well. Standing around here won't do us any good.
What, Mama?
Best we get moving, don't we?
Mama lion.
No.
Oh boy.
Well, now look what you done. You broke her.
Hard missed the punchline.
Moving.
Are you planning to go for the number dose?
Hey, wait. Don't tell me you're actually going to do what this zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
Where's her hand going?
I don't know. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
There's another piece of paper in my pocket. I'm saying, let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
Wait, what?
I'm so
Like,
glad.
whatever.
Whatever. I've decided I'm giving her a Valley Girl voice. I made that
It's always
decision.
one, isn't there?
Yeah. Their separate investigations finished. All 9 people returned to where they'd left one another. The result of all their work was nothing. They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned a number of things as they scored the parts of the ship they could not reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. C deck was as far down as they would be able to go, however. The reason being
What?
that D deck was completely submerged. Strangely, however, the water had risen no higher than D deck. The flow seemed to have been stopped somehow.
That's convenient.
As evidenced by the surface of the water on D deck, which was as smooth as glass. The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
Wait 1 second.
No worries.
Perhaps this Zero fellow has some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours. Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
You know, the fact that we've made him use sign language is a little bit interesting in this context, because we have a blind person who's able to respond to him even though he's using sign language.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, thank goodness all 8 other people on this ship know sign language.
His echolocation is just that good,
I
okay?
guess so. Or when he's
We
like
can sign in Braille.
Yeah, I guess so. Like he starts tapping on the floor. It's in Morse code. There were 3 metal doors on C deck. A single door stood off to the side with 2 more on the wall facing the central staircase. None of them had numbers or verification devices. They were, however, locked like the other doors. No matter how much they pushed and shoved, the doors refused to move. The Mountain and the Lion threw themselves against them a few times, but to no avail. The door in the back had a keyhole. Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot. What?
It's just a Narnia plot for Lion in the Mountain.
Heck yeah. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Mm.
There were 2 other doors on C deck as well, but it was clear they were elevators, as each had a button next to it with an upside-down triangle. They tried pushing the button. No response. Apparently, there was no power running to the elevators. To the left of the elevator doors was a card reader.
She'll beg for anything, bro.
The card reader also had a strange mark on it. It looked like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H. Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn. It's an astrological symbol, Gav.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was a sun symbol.
They had seen the same symbols on a deck.
On a deck?
Which deck?
There was a door
Which
on
deck is
either
the which
side
deck?
of the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
Someone's getting headshot.
This is an Earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolises the equator and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
Junpei looked up at the ceiling. There was a great circle cut in it, perhaps for a skylight or a glass dome, but it had been filled with a gargantuan metal plate. The metal looked very solid. Anything short of an explosive charge was unlikely to damage it. There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates. In other words...
Bum, bum, bum,
We're
bum.
trapped. All the exits go nowhere. Junpei was not happy.
Not impressed.
What? I love getting trapped on sinking ships.
The
I
girl
don't know
with
what he's
pink hair
talking on.
spoke up. Oh, Doodle's finally back.
Oh my gosh, she's alive! I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
We didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. No, he is speaking, just through sign
guess, yeah.
language.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Does
he's
speaking necessarily mean it has to be oral, or is it more communicating?
I think
I
it's-
mean,
Them's the
I
question.
think it does imply a certain measure of oral.
What do you think? If you say
Yeah,
someone
I was speaking with your mother last night.
sign language, could you technically say that they spoke to you?
Yeah.
It is the question, like, are they speaking to me or are they signing to me?
Yeah.
What colloquialisms are we using?
You can.
The prince did not agree.
If they're using sign language to
I'm sure
communicate
they go somewhere.
speaking to you.
Otherwise, what point would there be?
Mom says yes, that's speaking.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Doodles, Mom.
Mom said get fucked.
Heck yeah.
A little rude.
Wait. Doodle's mom is here. And so is Zach.
Oh, snap.
And we can open them. Well, two of them, at least.
Yeah, wait, Samaj, if you and Doodle are siblings, doesn't that mean...
What, that Doodle's mom is my mom? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I called her mom.
No,
Yeah, okay.
that's not the lore.
It is now. Get back here!
You mean the numbered doors? All eyes turned towards the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense. Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that. The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them. We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do. Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once. I agree. I don't. That's a terrible idea. We should keep going. We should stay here. What would we accomplish by just sitting here doing nothing? We don't have any other way to open any of these doors. We should just wait. Someone's bound to come find us. We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, the ship is going to sink. The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another.
I'm actually Zero. Wait, who said that? I can't tell. Everyone's talking too much.
That would be hilarious if someone said that right in the middle. It's like, oh, you'll never know. Junpei had remained silent, but at last he could take no more. Hey! Shut up!
Listen.
Hey! Listen! They fell silent, and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch. Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
Oh, hold up. Fuck. You caught me right in the moment where I was trying to fix everything.
Oh no.
Okay. What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know
It's a
anything
fucking
about
cockroach.
each other. I need your license plate number.
Insurance card.
I need your social security number.
3 wacky.
I don't know what happened, but one of y'all smashed my window.
I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too. They were
couldn't,
silent.
Solve and talk.
Yeah. Some of them looked the other way or bit their lip, but crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy's right.
Jumpy.
Oh my god, he can talk!
Oh, he can talk!
Oh, wait, that's not me.
You can talk, yeah.
He gives up.
You volunteered. Someone volunteered to voice
No,
him.
that's why he signed, because he was Zero and you would have recognized the voice.
Oh, Sam!
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed toward Junpei.
No, Junpei.
Junpei.
We're childhood mates. We went to the same primary school. You can't hide forever.
This isn't working.
No. Oh, hello. Oh, would that be bad?
It was me, I'm sorry.
Wise. This is suddenly awkward when you're conversing with someone who doesn't actually have a voice. In this context. Because you can't even see him signing. But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
To him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Good names?
Yes, it's this game where you pick 2 teams, and one person plays as the Spy Master and has to subtly hint.
Murder 3. No, you're Mountain.
Yeah, we've already decided you're Mountain.
I've already made up nicknames for y'all in my head, so that's what you're stuck with.
7? Why are you 7? Seemed a fair question.
You're an idiot, Junpei.
The Mountain stuck out his left arm.
Where are you? We need chaos control.
Silver.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked.
All right, I'm gonna be Santa.
As soon as you start doing the voice, as soon as you start doing the voice, it took all my like self-restraint not to just immediately go, oh, it's because his name is gonna be Santa.
Yeah, remember
so
when
good.
you spoiled some Sonic stuff yesterday?
Yeah, big beef.
SMH.
Fuck you, Silver, little twink bitch. Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Ha! Well, San means 3, so I'll be Santa.
No, he's
I'll be Sans Undertale.
You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
into class.
I'll put you on the
And your
naughty
great
list if you
grandmother.
fuck with me, Lion.
Well, we got the lion, we got the bitch. Where's the wardrobe?
Amazing.
I read.
You did? I didn't
did.
hear it.
And your bracelet number.
No, you not read, you lion.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa. And I thought I was old.
Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1.
You know, if I was in this situation, I would be like, this is really unfair. Because my name was already stated.
I mean, but it was because you were fucking doxxed, so.
I mean, that is true. But still, it's like, well, if I'm doxxed, we should all be
You're all
doxxed.
doxxed.
Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it's me.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals.
What is wrong with her chin?
Which means, oh yeah, you're right,
Oh,
what the
no.
frick? Which
There's a
means,
glitch in the Matrix.
of course, that my bracelet number is 8.
A second consciousness growing from her chin.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake.
Colonel.
My bracelet number is 2.
What if it was 5?
Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake Eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant, given that I am blind.
I just thought it was like, because 2 looks like
I
a
can only
snake.
navigate by the clap of my ass cheeks.
Heck yeah, blind, really?
Why is this segment written like a children's show?
He kept his eyes closed during their entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it. There was one person, however, who didn't seem to be surprised in the least, the girl with pink hair. Doodle!
I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet. There's no point in giving a number. You already gave your name.
Yeah, that's basically what they're like. We already know your name, dude.
Yeah, all right. My number's 5, so my codename is gonna be.
Well, even if that was the case, I'd still rather have one.
Why have one? It's not like
Yeah,
there's
just
any
to
point
fit
to
in.
it now. The dancer cut him off in mid-sentence. I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei. Oh. They all nodded. Akane stepped forward, nervously.
You should all call me by my name too. I'm Tracer.
Why?
I don't know. Because I mean, it don't seem.
Well, because since she's the one that said what our name was, so she's like
Yeah,
saying,
but
oh,
like
I
that
should-
doesn't fix anything. It just puts 2 people in danger.
Yeah.
Whew. Why doesn't it say Santa?
We're
Really?
still, we're still having our own nicknames for these people.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his?
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something. What's your bracelet number?
It's... Oh my god, it's Vi.
Heck yeah. She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought... Alright then, why don't we call you June?
Grandpa, wake up.
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year, so you're June.
Junpei!
Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei uncertain. He smiled back at her reassuringly. Are you good with that? She thought about it for a few more minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod. Yeah, we waited there for a long time. Their names decided. Junpei ran them over quickly in his head. 1 was Ace, 2 was Snake, 3 was Santa, 4 was Clover, 5 was Junpei's number. Akane was 6, and Junpei had given her the codename of June. 7 was 7, and 8 was Lotus.
Yeah. His wasn't creative.
That meant that 8 of them, including Junpei, had revealed their bracelet numbers, but there was still 1 person left. He was the man with glasses and hair like a bird's nest. He hadn't said anything since they met on the stairs, and he didn't look like the sort of person who was inclined to conversation. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Those are stylish breaths.
Yeah. The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper.
Hold on.
He gives me
I
the
got
creeps.
this.
What? A voice like old paper?
Yeah. Like an old newspaper,
The
or just...
spookiest berry said IISNT it obvious.
You gotta commit now.
Yeah, you gotta commit now.
The spookiest berry said there are 9 people here.
I love this.
I mean, this is coming up on the stream, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be very confusing if not.
Emmerich01 said B Baka.
Baker.
The spookiest berry said A.
Hey! Not helpful, TTS. You have betrayed me for the last time.
Oh, I accidentally clicked. It's fine.
The spookiest berry said AA, and who knows who numbers 1 through 8 are.
This is great.
Unfortunately, the no.
Wait, this is
the hyphen break it.
I mean, the thing is, like,
The
this is a.
spookiest berry said I'm TH the only one left.
I am TH, the only one left.
This is like new paper rather than old paper.
I think I can do an old paper voice.
So you're 9?
Let me see.
Yeah.
The spookiest berry said why yeah.
Sounds like you swallowed some old paper.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
Could say 6.
Yeah.
What's your code name?
Do you guys want me to do that? Or are you gonna do it? I've been doing it.
Eldritch horror monster voice.
I like them both. I don't want to
The spookiest
choose.
fairy said CCC code. N name.
Oh no!
CCC code and name. Oh my gosh. What do you want us to call you? Oh wait, no, that's Clover. I'm sorry. That's Doodle.
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too. Well, except for that fucking loser, Junpei.
Yeah.
Aye.
The spookiest berry said I don't need one.
Oh no!
So good.
It's Lulu.
Archon Sack said, degree.
Why not?
Degree.
Degree.
Okay, what's going on now? Should we stop using abusing the TTS?
I feel like that might be advisable. I don't know.
Because I'm not going to stay here?
Yeah, because it takes forever to
because
type.
I'm not and not.
Oh my gosh.
We really shouldn't be doing it in
Yeah.
Mike.
Nah, let's just do regular voice then. Because the thing is, I don't think most people, because it only happens if you're like looking in the chat. So if you're not looking in Mike, it's not there, or if you have the thing turned off. So it's like not that much of a problem, but the problem is the fact that it takes so long to type each thing out.
That too.
So it's probably best to have just a voice for it.
Here's some more old paper, I guess.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Man, that's
Yeah?
old paper.
What's that?
Yeah, I do.
Why? You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I'm going to do this.
He stood up. Oh.
No.
By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like
You
a
can't
snake's.
do this to me. I'm a main character.
Hey, we already have a snake.
He's got 4 eyes. That's not fair. That's the opposite of snake eyes.
In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver Santa leapt forward toward Clover and the 9th man. He
Is that
was
like the
halfway
Silver
there
Surfer?
when...
I was gonna say my favorite superhero.
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
Stay back.
Suddenly, the man's hand dove into his pocket. It came back out with a knife. A pocket knife. He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open.
Santa skidded to a halt. He snarled at the scrawny man with the knife and gritted his teeth.
Why, yes, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The Prince Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Oddly concerned.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing. What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you.
'Cause it's... He's planning to go through the door with Clover.
This is my plan.
Swish, swish, swish.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he was the one.
Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything to her.
Do?
If she doesn't do what I tell her to, I'll let her go. Oh, if she just does.
He started to move backwards, slowly keeping his grip on Clover. Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Verify.
Huh?
The left. Look on your left. D, do you see the device on the wall? P, place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke.
A, are you an idiot? W, what do you think? I, C, could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to.
You will be big.
A, all I need is your bracelet. Just do it. D, do it now.
Just do it!
Just do it! Don't let your memes be dreams. Dreams be memes.
Amazing. He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard. Slowly, she stretched her left hand out toward the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared. So that's how it works, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the ninth man had called the scanner panel, the user's bracelet number would be entered into the device.
Should you total the numbers on your number bracelet, decide that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. Oh no, Foul!
Oh no, Foul?
The number on it was 5.
Oh no, Foul.
The ninth man seemed to know a little more about the device's operation than he should. How had he known exactly what to do? Barry, you're up.
Good. You're done. And next.
36.5.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So...
The TH, then you, why, error, 404 not found. You're next. Just verify your number like this little B did. What are you doing? D, do it. D, don't you care what H happens to her?
No. Okay. Just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The ninth man jerked his chin toward the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared. Now, the device had Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 equals 5. The same as the number written on the door, but it wouldn't open just yet.
Only 2 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
The door needed at least one more person. Who would that be?
G, get back.
GG, guys.
Game's over.
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2 and then 3 steps back.
No, farther. More than that. Go all the way back.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The Ninth Man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That was when Junpei understood his plan. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1, add to the Ninth Man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. In other words...
Hee hee. Hee hee hee. TH, thank God you were also C cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan. He let go of Clover. Wait! Junpei leapt toward the knife man, but he wasn't fast enough. The man shoved Clover.
Can't believe she's already dead.
And hopped through the door.
Oh, okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then. Goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face, then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover. Are you alright?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet and once there leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support. Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. They grunted and strained, but... shit. It won't budge. That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet. Do you hear something? Like what? Like some sort of beeping. Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the Ninth Man.
Shit. Why isn't it stopping? God damn it. Why, you, lied.
Lied?
TH, this wasn't supposed to happen. This is wrong. This is wrong.
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening there?
Oh, open the door.
Man, you did this to yourself, buddy.
Please. I'm begging you. Help me.
Help.
No.
Please get me out of here.
Die.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get
Junpei
me out of here. Get
grabbed
me
hold
out
of
of
the
here.
device.
Get me out of here.
He
Get me
slammed
out
his
of
hand on the
here.
scanner panel. Nothing happened. Why didn't it register him? He looked at the display where the asterisk had shown up. It said engaged.
Oh my god, there's no time left. Listen. I was lied to. He lied to me. He put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him.
I'm so glad this guy is dead.
GYAGHT.
The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room. In that silence, the electronic tone that echoed across the room sounded as loud as a gunshot. All eyes turned toward it. It had come from the device mounted next to the door. The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Wait.
7, the mountain swallowed hard. Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel. The device had registered Junpei's bracelet number 5. He was not enough, however. At least 2 more people were needed. Junpei asked, which pair? So this is a moment where we definitely
This
need
is some
to say...
math bullshit.
You can pick any of them.
Junpei's 5, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, any of
5.
them, because they all add up to 9.
Yeah, no, you can pick any of them. You don't, it's not like you have to figure out which one is the right one. That's not what it is. It's different routes, basically. So who do we want to go with?
I'm really fond of Snake.
Heck yeah. Let's also think, so the other door is a 4. Right? So the other peeps, so if we go, it's 4 people all together need to be able to get through the other door.
I mean, they will be able to.
8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 7.
I mean, all the numbers left add up to 36. You take away any number that adds up to 4, then the other one adds up to 5. So you get 36, 13 adds up to 4 in the end. 36 minus 13 is 23, that adds up to 5.
So who are we going with?
Google decide. Random number, let's pick Damon.
Random number generator.
Hi, Ice Hogs. Welcome to the stream.
Actually, I have a better idea.
Yeah, random number generator, 9909.
Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 3.
Here's a random number, 3.
Yeah.
I guess we're going with Santa and June then.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It rolled a ball. It had a
Oh.
full-on animation.
Wait, you mean, how can... No, you don't get a ball with 3 sides. That's not a ball.
It's not a... It doesn't have all the numbers on it. It's just a ball that has the number 3 on it.
Yeah, it's like you shake it. Like one of those things. What is it
Well,
called?
that's a magic 8 ball. That's not a magic 3 ball.
Well, it's a computer. The computer can do whatever it wants, I guess. Santa and June, you think you could give me a hand here? The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lifted their left hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit. 5 plus 3 plus 6 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. They'd fulfilled the
Too
conditions.
much damn math in this game.
Yeah.
Like it.
If they were to pull the lever on the side, it's even worse than the sequel, in my opinion.
Hell yeah.
Are you guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
For the sequel?
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stepped in and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever.
Oh.
That wasn't slow.
Yeah, that was like regular speed. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth. Oh my god.
Look at her butt.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. Seven grunted. Swish, 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 swish. Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right.
Bother.
The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood.
Yummy.
Who is June again?
That's Wolf.
Did it not pick it up?
Yeah, it didn't pick it up. His shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut.
Oh, great job. Now you're all gonna blow up.
She crumpled to the floor. June, you okay? Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat. What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
He's too hot.
Heck yeah. June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake. Alright, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk? She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. Here we go. As gently as he could, he set her down in it. How are you feeling? Are you alright? She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why?
How thick was that tear?
Why did this happen?
It's like
It was the
Ghibli.
size of a damn watermelon.
Yeah, it's like a Ghibli tear. Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Doodle.
Junpei spun around. Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell is going on? What are we doing here? No one spoke. What are we fighting for? Ace, Snake, Santa,
Why are we still
Clover,
here?
Seven,
Suffer.
and Lotus. They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines of mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by and eventually they stopped. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
Took him a damn hour to do this.
And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence. Yep, it did.
Hey, they killed one guy in 1 hour. That's pretty good.
Wait, 9
Progress.
people? 9 hours? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only 8 people left. What the hell?
Yeah, 8 hours
That's
left.
false
Ow.
advertising. And a clock then.
Ace said that each one of them had been thinking.
Well, they're all so afraid to say it.
Yeah. They were so afraid to tell the time. Seven's deep voice echoed across the room, except it didn't, because
No.
we've decided
deep
he
hands.
doesn't. Yeah, deep hands.
I'm sorry, I'm out of energy.
No, it's fine.
Oh no.
Who's gonna fuck now?
fuck!
No, thank you.
I've had enough of this crap.
Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this?
A bad word, probably.
You've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up.
Can you guys believe this was a Nintendo game on the DS?
This wasn't a Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, it was on a Nintendo
Published.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was
Let's
published
get
by Nintendo.
Going already. Go! Go!
Go! Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke. No, I refuse. I'm not going to end up like him.
Him? You mean the ninth man?
Of course. Who else? In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the
That
corpse
really
again.
actually was a dumb question to ask. Like,
Yeah. The dark reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The ninth man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected that the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted out from his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
that's me flipping around in your stomach.
Oh snap! Hi, Doodle.
I like the thought of your ribcage is just a bone crab.
Heck yeah.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap that killed him. Not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Oh, it's Prince Man.
Snake.
Oh yeah, Barry said cheese done, so somebody else has to take Snake.
I hurt too much.
That's fair. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Apologies. You were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
You fucking what, buddy? The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with a trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it, you fucking dummy. You still don't know? Alright. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
Could you explain this in a sentence instead of an entire paragraph?
No, I love my own voice. What can I say?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. Right?
Right. After that, you've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow and thought.
Hmm.
Junpei thought back. Zero said.
Let's go Super Saiyan.
That everyone...
More than 6 people can go through.
Everyone gets to go.
Yeah, everyone gets to go. Yeah, that everyone who verified had to go.
Yeah.
So because he was the only one who went through, he died.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, it's a no-no.
He did an oopsie poopsie.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
He's like a teacher, like, that is correct, Junpei.
Aren't you adorable?
You get an A+ on this test. Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
Ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed. Swish, swish, swish.
I keep forgetting that he can't speak.
Oh my god, no, you know what it is? He swishes his hands with the sign language and Snake can just feel the air in a certain way so he knows what he's saying.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that. Because this execution system is entirely automatic. What? You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity inside.
You looked at him!
Oh!
You can't look, you liar, sack of shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. Time for me to flex my superior intellect. I am very smart, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, comparatively
I
to
hope he
like
dies
most...
next.
comparatively to most of the people in this room, you know?
I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but... that seems increasingly unlikely.
He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When A spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. No one hears what you have to say. Act like a goddamn adult or shut your mouth.
Just tell us.
I knew you couldn't keep up with me. Well, yeah, I know 7 different languages and I have 3 PhDs. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh my god.
You don't even know how many fingers I'm holding.
Oh gosh.
You don't have any fingers. They're all thumbs.
Oh snap.
Oh, that would be horrifying. Right, where were we?
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Is that a joke here?
Come on now. What's the point in giving me this?
We got the same voice.
Just 2 snakes having a conversation.
Hell yeah.
Give me that.
2 snakes and a Santa. Santa snatched, walked into a bar.
Well, Snake would.
Aw, snap. Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned into one of confusion.
The hell is this?
Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands. The card went from 7 to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. Why aren't we talking about it? Why are we just showing it to each other? Like, oh, look at this. Oh, you look at it now. He looked at it and understood this is Braille. Braille, the Rand language of the blind. The card was covered with small oh my gosh.
Embossed
bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it. Sorry guys, I can't read this. Junpei had handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Well.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
Found it in my pocket. It's a special pocket, I see. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
Is it a prison pocket?
Hi, Zach. Welcome back.
I've never
You
left.
shove
I
that
just want to
card
play
up
triangle
your
strategy.
I see. Makes sense. I need to play Triangle Strategy at some point. One day.
Sorry. A message?
What does it say? Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand. Which voice? You mean the Valley Girl voice? Snake! Snake!
Snake! Calm down. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and
Could
waited
you?
for him to
Could
start.
you please do that?
Yeah, can you, like, instead of talking
Could you have
this
done
whole
that?
time?
Can you, but
You know we have 7.5 hours before we all die, right?
Yeah.
He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. Heck yeah, Foul. The Valley Girl voice is just one of my default voices that I go to for voicing characters. They're in my Kansas accent. Hello, everybody. I'm from the deep south. I do declare indeed.
Anya, you're from like the deep south in like 1862.
Yeah, I'm not from the deep south. I'm from the Midwest.
I do declare.
Well.
Well, I do declare.
Look at what I got here.
I looked at what I got here. His fingers glided over those tiny bumps as he spoke. Bracelet number... Oh, wait, no, that's you, Snake.
It says, own a musket for home defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. No, that's not. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the redemption.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
We're gonna
The
get
red.
syphilis and die?
Oh no. The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. It devices backwards. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you're wondering, what does this detonator detonate?
I think they already found that out.
I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you, woo, and the people whom you are about to meet.
Aw, snap.
Fuck this, is doing my jaw in.
Oh no.
Your jaw?
Me jaw, gosh. You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Well, then I'm just good thing I have these pocket laxatives.
I have no doubt.
It's
that
like
by the
pocket
time you
sand?
read this note, the
Yeah.
bomb
Couldn't you
will
just like
have
wait an hour and shit it out?
That's what I just said.
found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it.
Like, imagine if one of these people was lactose intolerant and had like a big bowl of ice cream before coming here, and they just scooped out their bomb, and he's just like, "Hello, loser, bye." I mean, 9 hours? That's a long time. I bet I could go through your system in all that time.
Yeah. We just start eating all the furniture and shit because there's no food around.
You just like find like eat some shoe leather. That'll make your
Yeah.
guts real upset.
I mean, if it's that far in your system, just go on the other end.
Yeah, but doesn't it like take days?
No on, you're not yet.
No, I'm saying like, doesn't it take days for something to go through your intestine?
Clearly,
No.
you never had like a real bad time before.
Not if you have sufficient bowel problems.
Oh, if you have bowel, yeah, that makes sense. I was just thinking like normally, without having something, normally it would take ages to pass through, which is, I'm guessing, what is being talked
Anya
about.
has the digestion system of like a prehistoric being.
Right under the bag, it needs a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body. Colonel, help.
I'm scared.
No. There's only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. Get it? 'Cause it's 9 times 9. If after that time the detonator has not been deactivated,
People like it.
it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. It's just gonna ask your body to blow up. Cool.
Yep.
My main goal is to blow up.
Yeah. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red in 81 seconds, you will be dead. Good fucking god! This was not on one piece of paper.
Yeah. Also, this is like pretty, like, we don't need all of this to get the gist of the picture.
I mean, this is basically as long as Conversation Snake has in Metal Gear.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. Which means that if someone here knew how to stop their heart for a second, they could just take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just strangle
Yeah, that thing that some people just know how to do.
I mean, some people, I think, isn't it a thing that some people can, like, stop their heart for, like, 1 second?
Theoretically slow down your heart.
Yeah, but like
if you
for
like
most
strangle
actual
yourself,
heart rate monitors, that
It's
would
taken
be
like
an
an average.
arrhythmia,
Alright,
not
anyone
a
have
flat
belt
line.
on? It's time to try some auto.
Did anyone remember to bring
we're
a beef?
gonna. Anyone want to do what that guy from Kill Bill did?
There's no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately
Didn't we try to remove the bracelet?
Yeah. This is all information which I can impart. How you choose to use this for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to
You'd be able
control
to
your
control
fate.
Mm.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck. Wee.
What did you do?
Snake finished
Change
reading.
your fate.
Would ya? And
Would you
carefully
know?
returned the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but his meaning was clear.
Lengthy, you're not wrong.
Oh yes, we know.
He put his whole thesis statement on that stupid
We now
card.
have 1 hour to escape the ship.
In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs. Some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There was a bomb inside his body. The thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak. Why had Zero designed such a ludicrous game? Junpei looked over at the others. Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero? They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask.
Yeah, we all got that.
Yeah.
What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like, surprise or something.
Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once. Yeah, I saw him too! Me too! He was wearing a gas mask! Yeah!
I say we should let him go.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay, I believe you. His stories were sorted out. The truth became
No
clear.
way!
No way! All of their stories were the same. They had been abducted at home at midnight. The person claimed to be Zero had worn a mask. There had been white smoke, and then each person had passed out. When they awoke, they had found themselves on D-deck in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only 7 stories seemed to lack the detail of the others. That was all he had said. It occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason, they had been abducted from the same room and woken up in the same room. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully. So what's the deal with the two of you anyway? It was Clover that answered.
They're
Clearly.
banging.
Oh no! Clearly she felt she had nothing to hide.
They are not banging.
I can't believe this is Vampire Night.
Oh no.
We're siblings, dumbass.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little baby sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
Correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you surprised? Surprise swishing. Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
How is he pointing?
He's a bat, man.
Heck yeah.
Oh, you mean between Junpei and me?
Yes. You did say your childhood friend, didn't you?
You went to school together?
Yeah?
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention. Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
I really hope Seven gets a big speech at some point.
Yeah, that would be great. We just sit here in silence. Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell? Ring that bell.
Ring a ding ding. Ring that bell.
They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time. Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multi-millionaire?
Millionaire? Goddess Elon.
Son?
What's a thought?
What's a son? Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Zero is most likely simply the representative of a larger group.
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. I love you.
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment where they blow up the participants.
It is, and it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
He was kind of a dickhead, though.
Psychologically.
The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
Omelets.
Omelets.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty. Fucked up in the head to do all that.
He's gotta be damn good looking.
I bet smoking.
If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Seriously, guys.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. In the end, however, they learned nothing. We wasted even more time.
Yeah.
By the time they finished, 1.5 of their 9 hours were gone. All they had to show for it was impatience.
Man, look, we only got 7.5 hours left, okay? You really sure you want to just sit around?
No one was willing to argue this time.
Very well, then. There's only one way to proceed.
Just sit around here doing nothing.
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we follow the rules, we'll most likely be alright.
But what?
Who's gonna go in what door?
You look toward the numbered doors.
We decided this already.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't
an
have
hour
any
and a
more
half
than 5
ago.
people in one door. All 8 of us can't go through the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split.
What? Wait! Lois looked terrified. I'm telling you now, there's no way in hell that I'm going through into door 5.
Okay.
Come now. Don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
Dry by now, jeez.
And perish.
Yeah, then perish.
Quit being such a bitch.
He shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. These are brand new kicks, and I don't want to get them dirty.
Yeah.
I need to head out, everybody.
Okie dokie, Barry.
Good night,
See you
Barry.
around.
See you
Bye,
later,
Barry.
Barry. I love you very much. Thanks for hanging out.
Go find that shoe and have fun.
Love you more than I love you.
It's true.
That was a scream.
Oh, Santa. Not you too.
Oh, Santa, no.
It appears that bitch I
Oh my god!
It is what he says, yeah.
He's so predictable.
They are brand new kicks! If you think I'm gonna get some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another think coming.
Editor!
Editor,
you wrong word.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah? So? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh god.
There was an awkward
Everyone
silence.
except for me is an idiot.
Yeah, we all deserve to die. Finally, Seven spoke. Except he didn't.
King? Base? Let's go. Heroic swishing?
Heck yeah. There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go. I mean,
What?
I can't see anything anyway, so... No, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
Is it your bat senses? That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
Can't you count? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do it.
There's nothing you have to do.
A step forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2.
My god.
And if you add Clover's 4 with my 1, the digital root would be 5. And if you carry gravity, then that means that the true answer is we have to get off the boat.
Oh, it works perfectly. The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Junpei did a quick mental calculation. Lotus, Santa, June, and Junpei remained. Their bracelet numbers were 8, 3, 6, and 5. Okay, so 8, and then...
22, 4.
So we're good.
Yeah.
We're all good, guys. He repeated what he determined. It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
We can go into door 4.
Yeah, huh. That worked out well.
Junpei ran over the team assignments in his head one more time. 4 people would go into door 5.
Oh,
7 stay
my
over and
God.
Ace. We got it. We've done it. We know. Junpei had to ask himself if the teams were what he really wanted. Beyond door 5 was what remained of the 9th man. He never wanted to see that thing again, but something in him said it would be unwise not to examine the corpse even a little closer. Of course, if he went through door 5, he wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. True, it would be possible for him to bring June with him through door 5, but that would mean he would have to see the horrific carnage that waited there. Junpei didn't want that.
Shut up,
Junpei
we
was
don't
torn.
care.
Should he stay silent and go through door 4, or should he stop them all and insist on door 5?
Oh my god.
As he turned his options over and over in his head, Ace spoke up.
What? Oh.
That's just visual novels tend to be like this. These danksy moments.
This is another level.
It seems we've reached the conclusion. Shall we go?
I don't think we
Nah,
have.
not
We need
feeling
to
it.
go over this another 3 or 4 times. In great detail.
Yeah, they're all going. Which door do you want to go through?
Oh my god,
Please
get
just let
through
us
the
go
fucking
through
door.
door.
No, this is... I know that there's a point where it branches, and I think this is the branch. I was wrong earlier when that was a branch. I think this is a
Is it the
branch.
difference between a good ending and a bad ending?
No, I think it's like I can't remember. It's been so long since I played the Zero Escape, Nonary games, all that stuff. I do remember in the sequel, you had to go through the game like 5 million times to beat it because you have to go because it had like a whole thing with that. Yeah, as Pond was saying, it's like more complicated than just there's a good or bad ending. You kind of have to go through. You like have to go through everything.
Do you just want to be very confused and like leave it here? There's like tend to.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a good part to leave it on. Well,
and then we won't know what's going on when we come back.
Actually, I would say we should make the choice now, and then we'll continue. Well, I guess it would be best to keep a save here. So yeah,
keep a save before the choice.
Yeah, so I would say let's wait till next time to continue onward. But yeah, so we're good, I think, for today. Thanks for hanging out, y'all.
Thanks for pooping, as always.
Thanks for shooping.
Shooping to whooping?
Shoop to whoop.
Do you think they just like added the weird math stuff to the game because they needed a system, or do you think they discovered the weird math stuff and then built the entire game around that?
Not weird though, it's very simple.
I don't think there's like a whole lore to everything that's going on, but I can't explain any of it without giving spoilers on what happens in the games. Like
that wasn't the question.
Yeah, but like just thinking about the development process, what came first, the game or the math?
I mean, more than likely the mathematics was invented first.
Yeah. No, I think there's more than just this that's in these games in terms of like the math and stuff that goes into it. I don't know though.
Actually, I'm pretty sure mathematics wasn't invented until the release of Calculator for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
It was a real innovation.
Yeah. Too real. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for joining. Next week will finally be when we actually play Andromeda 6. I'm sad that it didn't come out earlier in the day, but next time will definitely be the time to see more of what happens after Vex gets shot.
Yeah, let's just not have the save carry over either, so we gotta do it all again.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I've already had to go through it like several times, so I'm done going through it all over again. Yeah. There was an earlier series that was sort of a prototype for this one, Rough Around the Edges, says Pondwater. So it was the game first, I guess.
Believe it.
Let's see who we shall raid. Thanks, Pond, for joining and for the advice. Heck yeah. Thanks everybody else for joining too. Thanks to Angel and Zach and Thomas and Wolf and Doodle and Samaj and Barry and Emric and Fow and everybody. Y'all are the best. As I said, next time we'll be playing Andromeda 6. I don't think I'll be doing a stream this Monday because tomorrow is Mother's Day. And my fam, we have decided to celebrate it on Monday. So to avoid like the crowds and stuff. So the Monday stream won't be coming back this week, but the week after that.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see who we shall raid. Oh, Mew is live, so we'll be raiding Mew. As
raid
always.
me?
It's too late, I already
kidding.
set the raid.
I believe it.
Thank you guys, as always, for joining. I love each and every one of you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.